It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com. Well, looky over there. There's Bill Geiger, boys and girls. Yeah,
How you doing?
you can turn that around.
Turn that around. There you go.
Go. Bill Geiger is in the studio with us, and I said, I gave you a really nice setup, Bill. I said, anytime Bill comes, he has something fascinating to say. So no pressure.
Oh, boy.
Our visit with Bill today presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 4 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. You can visit them online at marcusandmack.com. So it's called Sacred Stops.
Sacred Stops. Yeah, this is an organ recital. This is a program of the IUP Carol Tatey Memorial Organ Scholarship Fund, and it's a fundraiser. It's one of those things. It's an event. People can come. It's free. We'll give them an opportunity to make a contribution if they'd like, but it's not required. And it's just kind of featuring to the community, organ music, which so many of us either grew up loving, usually in church, or have come to love through other venues and other ways. And so this is a way to offer this to the community. People can come if they want to contribute to the scholarship fund to help organ students at IUP. That's great, but if not, just please come and enjoy the music. It'll be wonderful.
Yeah, and it's one night, it's 3 churches, 3 organs, 3 organists.
Yeah, this is a great idea from one of our committee members who's also an IUP organ alumni, and he's it's kind of like a progressive dinner of organ music. Like at Christmas time, you'd have one of those dinners where you go from house to house and have different courses. Well, this is going from church to church with different organs, obviously a different organ at each church, and a different organist playing in each church. And each of these organists are alums of the IUP organ program. One of them is still local. 2 of them are coming from a bit of a distance, and we're really excited. And they each have a different repertoire they're going to present at the 3 different venues, all within walking distance.
A bit of a distance, he says. Arizona, that is a bit of a distance.
One of them is coming, yes. Dr. Ashley Snavely Strouser is IUP. I think she got her undergrad degree around 2007, and she's flying in from Arizona. So we're thrilled that she's willing to do that for us.
Who else is going to be playing that night?
Randy Fry, who is a member of the organ, the Scholarship Fund Committee, and Kelly Doman, who is in Pittsburgh, plays at church there. So he said, so one sort of local, 2 coming from a distance, but all having a tight connection with IUP.
Yeah, okay. So this is when?
This is this Friday, April 17th. It starts at 7 o'clock. And the first recital will be at Calvary Presbyterian Church at 7. And it'll be about probably about 20, 25 minute, maybe half an hour after the introduction and all at Calvary. And then we'll walk down the street and have a recital at Greystone Presbyterian. And that'll again be about somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes when it's all said and done. Then we'll walk down the street a little further to Zion Lutheran, where we'll have our 3rd and final recital, different organ, different organist, and after that, a little light reception afterwards, just to hang out, meet the artists, chat with each other, have some refreshment. But it starts at 7 o'clock, and it starts at Calvary Presbyterian.
Just walk down the street.
Just walk down the street. I believe, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but I think we've got permission to use Greystone's parking lot since they are part of this program, and they've got probably sort of the biggest parking space available in that area. So I think it's okay for folks to park there when we start at Calvary, and then walk down the street, and then their cars will just be go right there outside of Zion.
Sounds like a fun night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It really does. Yeah. And of course, for this particular cause.
Right.
She meant so much to so many people here in Indiana and at IUP, and really through extension from all the people that Carolyn taught and was around at IUP and where they ended up in their lives. We've got someone coming from Arizona for this event, so her influence goes all around the country.
It does, and I'm a little. Well, I am sad that I never got to meet Carol. She was, I think, very sick by the time I came to town in 1999. She died the next, within about 6 months of my arrival here. So, and actually, I came to town about the same time Dr. Christine Kluel came filling the shoes of Carol Tady and is still the organ professor at IUP. So I've had the great privilege of knowing and working with Christine this whole time I've been here, but I wish I'd gotten to know Carol. I mean, I love organ music, love sacred organ music, but organ music even just of all kinds is just so powerful. It's such an amazing, diverse, powerful instrument. So, yeah, and Carol started a scholarship program while she was at IUP, and then, of course, after her death in 2000, some years after that, it was named in her honor. But I did a little bit of looking up. Apparently, organ instruction has been a part of the program at IUP back to its beginnings at the IUP Normal School. People in the music ed program. This is still where a lot of the organ students come from. People who are getting a music education degree, and their main instrument may be piano very often. And they say, hey, here's a way you can make a little extra money on the weekends, playing it at church, really serving the community. And so IUP's been, and then there are some who study whose main instrument is organ, of course. But IUP's been doing that for 150 years now. So.
Yeah. And one of the great things about it is when you talk to people who have spent a lifetime playing the organ, they talk about the uniqueness of the instrument and how each instrument, they could be identical in appearance, but they have their own personalities. And I recall talking to somebody who was playing a program, it might have been this particular scholarship program, talking about the fact that the organ in this church sounds a whole lot different than the organ in that church, and you can do different things, and they really do bring their own character to whatever program is being played.
Oh, they sure do, because they each have a different sort of set of different kinds of pipes that produce different sort of sounds, and I'm not an organist. I'm just a lover of organ music, but apparently learning from my performing friends, different sort of cultures, different countries have kind of certain tendencies. So there's a difference between sort of a typical German organ and a typical French organ, a different English organ. And you could have a German-style organ in an English church, but there's certain styles associated with each culture where organ music has played an important part in the culture's history.
And the way that they play is influenced by the culture in which they are located as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's going to be a great program. It's happening on
Friday, starting at 7 o'clock at Calvary Presbyterian Church, and then we'll just walk down to Greystone Presbyterian and then Zion Lutheran so that we have the three organ recitals, 3 organists, 3 churches, 3 organs.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, so that's happening Friday. What else we need to tell folks about this?
I think that's about it. There will be some. We're expecting that some of the current organ students will be there, so they can kind of see the current not just the beneficiaries of the scholarship program, but really kind of be excited to see these young people who are really devoted to this instrument. And it really is exciting to see how much they put into it. And throughout the year, there are recitals through the university that the organ students have, and folks can keep track of those with the fine arts page on the IUP website and find out when the organ students themselves are having recitals, and those are always just wonderful, exciting things.
Yeah, I think it's really fascinating as well to have such accomplished organists coming for this program, and they have their own ideas about how to play and what to play and what are their musical strengths and what are how they want this instrument to sound coming from their hands, knowing that it's going to sound different coming from somebody else's hands.
Yeah, I can't. I've heard Randy play, so that'll be fun. He's just really amazing. Actually, I have heard Ashley, so yeah, but it's been a while, and I don't think I've heard Kelly play, so it'll be fun to hear the 3 styles, and it's just going to be a blast.
Big doings coming up this week, and that's going to be on Friday. It's beginning at 7 o'clock.
Beginning at 7 o'clock, beginning at Calvary Presbyterian. Yep.
Very good, Bill. Thanks so much for coming in and visiting with us.
Thank you, Todd.
Good to catch up with you. It's harder to see you these days.
Yeah, now that I'm not working across the street here, I gotta drive all the way in from White Township. Man, it's a hike.
Yeah. Somehow he made it.
Yeah.
It only took him till 9 o'clock. No, thanks, Phil. Appreciate it. It is Indiana in the Morning. It is WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com. 9:54. It is 6 away from the top of the hour. Fox News coming your way then, and then it's a visit from the WCCS newsroom briefly with Josh, and then the Brian Kilmeade show here on WCCS. And let me see, we've got Pirates baseball on the air tonight. Pirates will be playing against the Washington Nationals. It's a Paul Skeens day. Skeens gets to pitch twice on this homestand. He'll pitch today. He's scheduled to pitch again on Saturday, which is his bobblehead day, his Cy Young bobblehead day for Skeensy. So that's two matchups for him on the mound in Pittsburgh, which it's weird the way the schedule works. He doesn't get to throw a lot in Pittsburgh, but Skeens twice on this homestand. 6:15 is your airtime tonight. First pitch scheduled for 6:40 here on WCCS. Tomorrow, of course, Penguins hockey will be taking place. They face off at 9:30, so that'll be an 8:30 airtime for the last regular season game of the season for the Penguins. They are in the playoffs, of course, as the second-place team out of the Metro Division. They'll have home ice in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Looks very much like it will be the Philadelphia Flyers, but that's not quite assured yet. And that'll have to wait until tomorrow night's action closes the regular season all across the National Hockey League. 5 minutes away from 10 o'clock right now. It's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS. Tomorrow